here today and we're going to be reviewing this 2007 Touran T2. The T2 spanned from between the years 2006 and 2010. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll be putting a playlist on any key maintenance and other like the buyer's guide and all that in the comments. Please make sure you check that out.
So the interior bits are pretty good in this car. I think especially for a 2007 plate. You've got these nice seats which are pretty robust, especially for a family. You've also got lots of storage units which are really good. As you can see, you've got the three at the top, and you've got the one in the middle, and you've got one underneath the seats on both the front sides. You've also got some bits in the back. So the back is extremely comfortable. Look, I've got loads of knee room here. I've got, you know, carry handle, good for like a little hook there as well, which you can hook stuff onto. I've got my own vents in the back as well for the heating. And also, there's 3 full-size seats in here, all with Isofix. And I'll just show you how you use them now, which is really good. So there you go, you've got the Isofix tab there. All you do is just pull that out. There you go. Isofix, easy as that. As you can see, I'm 6 foot and I've got loads and loads of headroom. So let's go to the back. So with the back, you do have this small sort of storage area there, but very small buggy or bits of shopping. Now, as you can see in the back, the seats are quite nice. You've also got a little storage component there and a cup holder. I can't really fit in there, but it's good enough for small children. Everything you've got good about the boot is you've got these latches, 4 of them to hold down anything. You've also got a 12-volt feed there. So now to the driving start of the part of the video, and this is absolutely phenomenal when it comes to that part of it. Okay, it is 170 brake horsepower. You can get the 140 brake horsepower version as well, which I believe is, you know, it's enough. But this, I'll just go around this corner now and then put my foot down when I'm on a bit of a straight. It does actually sort of generally shift. Like, it does surprise friends and family in it. But yeah, let's go for it now. You know, it does, there we go, there's 60 miles an hour. I mean, it's no sports car, but it definitely for a 7-seater, and it seems to be like you can have anything in this vehicle, be it, you know, 7 people, or, you know, I've had 2 bunk beds in there with 4 single mattresses, and the thing seems to just shift regardless. Some of the issues with the driving I've seen though is if you overload the car, you just sit poorly on the back. Another thing I've seen as well with these cars is that the 170 brake horsepower just seems to be a little bit too much. They do wear out the clutches with that a little bit faster than your normal generic ones, but that's the same with the Passat, because this is actually a Passat on the chassis, but it is really good. The fuel consumption as well, I mean, obviously I've given it a couple of beans back there. We've averaged out on 42.3. Normally on a sort of long run it does average out about 55, and that's genuine miles per gallon. That's not just, you know, what's written on paper. I would say for short journeys, it's, you know, like any diesel, they're not really designed for it. You clog up the DPF filter, which I've had before. I've had to have that replaced. I know it's an older vehicle, so they're going to need replacing at some point. But also, they do sort of, the diesels they do drink the fuel a little bit with the start-stop journeys. They're more for motorway miles. So if you are going to get one of these, and you know, a mum perhaps on the school run, and it's only round the corner, then I'd get the petrol one if I was you. If you are, you know, going to do the school run, but then also do a lot of mileage, you know, after it, to give it some time to blow the DPF filter. Maybe if you're commuting about 45 minutes a day, or you've got an hour drive you've got to do once a week, then yeah, definitely the diesel is worth getting, but just bear that in mind. What else? Yeah, the other thing with driving is I find that the heating system takes a while to kick in. I have personally changed the heater core myself, which wasn't the easiest of jobs because it's a VW Touran, but we'll get onto that in a bit. But yeah, when it comes to heating up whilst you're driving, it takes a while to get to your 90 degrees running temperature, and therefore it can take a while to heat up. Also with the aircon, at this sort of age VW, I find that they do take a they can be sort of hit and miss with the aircon. The also good thing about this, it's got a 6-speed gearbox, which is really smooth to operate, and you've got really good view all around when you're driving it. Now, I don't know if you've seen my Peugeot 208 video, which is a small little hatchback, but that is a smaller vehicle, and the blind spots on it are awful, particularly on these A-pillars and on the back. However, on this, it's actually, although these do look quite wide, they're just at an all right angle, and it means you can sort of see around them. And I find that actually I've got no blind spots. Equally as well, I don't know about a lot of the other ones of these, but it's got parking sensors on the back, which do help quite good. Yeah, so the other thing which is quite good about this car is, sorry, I just seen one of them crash to the side of the road then. That's not very good when you're doing a review. The fact that it's quite refined on the inside as well. Well, this one is a little bit noisy at the moment because I put the cheap tyres on it, and also it's got a problem with the anti-roll bar link on the right hand side, but normally it's actually fairly quiet on the inside. Also, the sound system's nice, and it is just quite a nice spacious place to be. You know, plenty of headroom whilst driving, plenty to see, and yeah, it is sort of based on that Passat chassis as I've discussed before, so you will get actually quite a good sort of driving experience. This is powered by a 2-litre TDI engine. The only complaints I'd have about this engine is if there's any work you've got to do on that side of the engine, my EGR valve or anything like that, it's a bit of a nightmare. So if you are a bit hands-on with the maintenance with this thing, it can be quite difficult. A lot of the time you've got to remove all this, which comes out fairly easily, but to get to stuff is a bit of a nightmare. It's a bit sort of shoehorned in, but can't really complain about the engine performance. So to summarise, this is a great 7-seater, okay? It's fast, it's fairly reliable. They do have their issues, but I'll do another video on that on a VW Touran buyer's guide, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Space wise, it's good, especially for the passengers. However, with 7 people, it is pretty cramped when it comes to your luggage, but you have got roof bars on top, and there's companies out there that if you don't have the storage for your roof box, you can actually rent them, which I found out the other day. It's also quite good as just a van. Even if you don't want it as a family car, you can actually fold down these seats and you won't get taxed if it's a van. And also you can go to the, oh wow, nice. And you can also turn these into a camper. There's a couple of like camper conversions, but obviously with the privacy with the windows, you probably just want it as a little night sleeper. But anyway, please make sure you like and subscribe. Any questions, put them in the comments, and I will be posting more content on the VW Touran. So any maintenance or repairs, you can always check out this channel and be sure that your questions will be answered. So yeah, see you on the next one.